Ready?
Yes.
Hi, I'm in my kitchen. I'm ready to do another cooking video. We're going to do my chicken veggie stir fry. I've got all my stuff. Normally I would use fresh green beans, but I use things like when they're on sale. These are frozen. You can take them out, rinse all the frozen junk off, put them to the side. I've got all my veggies cut up. I have my chicken cooked ahead of time and seasoned it. That's why it's on the tray with everything else. Normally you wouldn't do this because you'd have cross-contamination on your cutting board. So if the chicken is cooked, cut the veggies up first, save the chicken till last because I'm still kind of weirded out about having chicken on there with everything else. I've got chicken, I've got onions, carrots, mushrooms, celery. Right here is a tiny bit of garlic. You can use whatever vegetables you like. I just happen to like these. I also like red bell pepper, but I don't have any. So you use what you got. Next step is putting my hair up. For obvious reasons, you don't want it in the food. And two, I don't want to catch it on fire. I'm ashamed to say that things have burned in Casa de Campbell that weren't food. Now, what oil to use when you stir fry? You want to be health conscious, you can use extra virgin olive oil, or as that little bubbly chick Rachel Ray would say, EVOO. And that's fine. Just by the way, I prefer a gas stove, but I don't have one. And squirt a little bit of this in. Now, if you're like me, and you like being healthy, but you want it to taste like something, you can do this. You can pour half of this out. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell Masha Babick. She's my conscience. She keeps me honest. Leave a little bit in there. Get some of this. This, people, this is happiness in a jar. It's bacon fat. I'm not going to use like a lot of it. Not enough to kill anyone. We're not going to give this to my husband who just had a double bypass. Let it get hot. Sit that in there. I usually put enough in to coat the bottom of the pan. Just enough to give the vegetables room to move around. Coat them a little bit. If you have a wok, which is traditionally used for stir fry, you could use one. They have some really nice electric ones that fit great on top of your stove, whether you have a gas stove or an electric stove. And we probably have one because honestly, I think we have everything here. I just don't feel like digging it out. And this is a really good pan. It's like a 12-inch pan. It's probably 3 inches deep. It works for just about everything I want to cook. And in the grand scheme of things, this is not really going to be a lot of oil. Considering the fact that everything I'm eating is vegetables, I'm probably not going to put it on top of anything bad, like a lot of rice. I give myself a little bit of slack with the oil. So, it's up to you. If you just want to use olive oil, I'm not mad at you. If you want to use a little bit of this, I'm not mad at you either. We're going to crank this up so it gets hot faster. You see? That's not a lot. The other thing I like to do when I'm cooking, just to keep everything out of the way, and instead of having a big garbage can that I'm going to trip over, knock trash all over the kitchen, I have a garbage bag. As I'm cutting and chopping, I'm putting everything in here. See, frozen green beans. I'm putting everything in here, and then when I get done, I just tie it up, take it outside. I usually hang it here, but either way, I just keep a garbage bag on the counter so that I can clean up as I go. I wash up stuff as I go. I have dishwater here, clean dishwater. As I finish using utensils, I wash them up and I put them away. This is not my preferred chopping knife. It's just the one that's not at the factory getting sharpened. I'm in deep mourning that half my Cutco knives had to be sent away for 2 weeks to be sharpened. So this is my substitute, which now that I've played with, I've got to wash and put away. Another thing, whenever you're going to be handling your vegetables, like I'm fixing to do, to put them in the pan, wash your hands. As you know, there's been lots of E. coli outbreaks and things, and you wonder, well, how does that happen? How does E. coli get in our fresh vegetables? Probably from the watering. I don't know, but when you're at home or you go out to eat, more than likely it's because people are touching things, and they're not washing their hands. So the best way to avoid getting sick at home, wash your hands. Because all day long, you've been touching things. Even in your house, you've been touching things. And you have no idea how dirty the things are in your house that you touch. And then you get ready to go cook, and you're touching your food. So just be careful, okay? This pan is probably good and hot. It's starting to smoke. So we want to turn it down a little bit. It doesn't matter what order you put these in. The chicken's already cooked, so probably we'll get some of these vegetables in here. The carrots are going to take the longest to cook. The carrots and the celery. So I like to put those in first. I like my garlic in because I like it to flavor everything. I see we have some runaways. I'm probably going to save these mushrooms for last. They cook pretty quick. I'm going to get these green beans in because they're raw. And give everybody a quick toss. We'll turn this back up. So I just put raw, cold vegetables in the pan. So now it's not smoking anymore. Guess who is? I am. Because in addition to all this stuff, I got my hair done. I put on makeup. So these vegetables aren't the only thing cooking today, sister. Now as far as seasoning, you can put whatever you want to put in your stir fry. If you want to be traditional, which I don't know what traditional stir fry seasonings are, but they sell them in the store. It says stir fry seasoning packet. But those have a lot of salt. Up there with my towel. Those have a lot of salt. When you're cooking and you have a towel, and that towel hits the floor, it's history. Grab a clean one, because you want to wipe your hands. I don't know about you, but lots of stuff hits my floor. If that towel hits the floor, don't pick it up and put it back on there and then start cooking and using it. You don't know where that towel's been. You don't know where it's been on your floor. I've had cats on my floor, the bottom of people's shoes on my floor. A towel hits the floor, it's done. I don't like my vegetables cooked to mush. I love my mother. God rest your soul, Mommy. You cooked food to death. I probably would have had more nutrients licking the pan that she cooked the food in than eating them. So for me, these are halfway done. So now, I'm going to put in the chicken, put in the mushrooms. Now if you have other meat in the fridge, you have that other little skinny piece of steak that didn't get finished off and now you all are fighting over it, slice it up and stick it in your stir fry with your chicken. You have those like 4 or 5 little leftover shrimp from the shrimp cocktail that you brought home from Red Lobster and you don't know what to do with it, throw it in there with everything else. There's lots of stuff you can be versatile with your stir fry. Switch this around. I'm trying to cut down on a lot of salt. So I'm probably just going to add a tiny bit of sea salt. I like pepper. I like pepper. I like pepper. This guarantees that all of this is going to be eaten by me. I like soy sauce. If it's been sitting on the shelf, we don't use it a lot, shake it up.
For a second, I thought that was cooking wine.
I have been known to put cooking wine and stuff. If you're really watching your sodium, get low sodium soy sauce. Sprinkle it around. I also like the other brown sauce that looks like soy sauce, but it is very hard to say. It begins with a W. Ayana, what is it?
Worcestershire sauce?
There you go. Worcestershire?
I just say Worcestershire because trying to say Worcestershire is, or however the heck you say it is, I don't know who came up with the spelling for that.
I don't know either because nobody can say it. It's stupid. Now, right now, this would look beautiful with some red bell pepper. But we don't have it. And red licorice in here would be terrible.
That would be a crime against food.
So, we're not going to do it. So, this, for me, is cooked enough. And the first thing a lot of my friends say is, that's not enough meat in there, girl. I'm going to be starving. Well, you know what? You're really not. You're really going to be okay. Because you're going to get a lot of vegetables. There's a lot of filler and these other things that are in here.
Don't break it.
See how graceful I am in the kitchen? Turn this off. I don't want it to keep cooking. I had some rice that I cooked earlier. I'll put a little bit in the bottom of the bowl. That's about maybe just under a 1 cup serving. This is the stir fry. Chicken veggie stir fry.
Oh, is that it?